My name is Catherine Carlton. I'm Executive Director of Orchestras Canada, Orchestres Canada, and we are just about to start the first formal element of this year's national conference. It's something that builds on what we did last year in Kitchener, where we did what we referred to as a digital road trip, pre-conference, where we visited businesses and incubators that were doing really interesting work in high-tech startups. And the basic focus there was not orchestras as high-tech startups, that's not really the business we're in, but more, where do ideas come from? How are ideas nurtured? How can ideas grow into something that makes a difference in society? So that was last year. This year, because we're in Montreal, which is the home of some of the coolest, most creative cultural ventures, I mean, these are cultural businesses that we are visiting. And for me, the real question is, where did their ideas come from, and how does an idea that is hatched locally turn into something that is needed, wanted, desired around the world?
Hi, I'm Josee, Desrochers, chef de l'exploitation de l'Orchestre symphonique de Montréal. I would like to say a few words about today, our little tour. So the question is, what can we learn from those firms in our field? And what do those four firms have in common? First of all, their expertise is recognized everywhere else in the world. The second thing that they have in common is their business model is based on innovation. But at the same time, you will see that they are very structured on the management side. The third thing is they are in technology. So what can we learn from technology? Their goal, even though they are in technology, is to bring people to live experiences. So it's the opposite of staying at home with all this technology, is how the technology can enhance the experience to bring people get out of their homes and to go to live shows. I hope that you will enjoy it. If you have any question, you can ask me, and thank you to Camille who helped me to put this together.
Our first stop of the day is going to be at Pixmob. We're going to go by the main entrance, and we're going to start with this for our pre-conference.
Welcome everybody, welcome to Pixmob. My name is Simon. I am Simon Saint-Germain. I'm the Marketing and Communication Director of Pixmob. We're very happy to have you. We're gonna bring you in the backstage of what we do here at Pixmob. Most of the shows that we do for Pixmob are either in the United States or anywhere else around the world. So let's go.
My name is Vincent. I'm the co-founder and partner CTO of Pixmob. We started in 2010 with a big project we did with Cirque Du Soleil. They're the ones who believed in us first and actually put the amount of money that needed to be put to do the first event we did with them, which was in Los Angeles for the launch of the Microsoft Kinect. So Pixmob right now is a big international brand. We most of the event industry knows us, except for people in Quebec for some reason. The idea behind Pixmob is, I was also really interested in the crowd phenomenon. How can we use technology to enhance the energy of a crowd of people? Magical moments that people will remember forever. You all know the Christian lights that are used in churches and stuff like that. It's very powerful. How can we use the same concepts to create these powerful moments?
You know, sometimes when you go to some concerts or some shows, there's kids with iPhones and just lighting up like that with their phones. You don't see that at a Pixmob show. People have their wristbands. So we are replacing those rituals. So part of the things that Vincent talked about rituals, that's one of the things that we are trying to do with our technology.
Okay, so we're here at Cirque Du Soleil. Yay! Okay, so don't forget to get your identification, please. And let's go. Photo ID, yes. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andrew Bennett. I'm Executive Director of Kitchener-Waterloo Symphony, and during our tour of the premises here of Cirque du Soleil, it was understandably not possible to capture images or sound because they're rather picky about those matters, but here I am trying to do a recap of what we've heard and seen. You tour this facility in awe of the sheer scale, on one hand, the degree of craft that's going on to make every Cirque du Soleil production happen, but also that it's all done here, that any temptation to delegate or outsource is not followed up on because they are very, very proud of it, basically saying made in Montreal. Everything here is made in that way. And I think that pride and that capturing of skills is something which distinguishes the company. I think other companies may have got their costumes made in Bulgaria or China or whatever. It doesn't happen here, and they're very proud of that. As a performing arts manager, in fact, all of us looked at each other when some of the numbers come up, that they're recruiting each year 300 to 400 new performers to join their existing productions around the world, that they are looking at a workforce of something like, I think she said 1,600 people out on tour at any one point, roughly half artists, half technicians. Keeping a company going like that with the ethos that Cirque du Soleil has specialised in, which is a quality company experience, must be really, really hard. And in a sense, I would kind of want to sit down with the human resources people here, because their dilemma is great, because of course they want to keep it small and beautiful, but then they've got thousands of employees that they have to handle and to look after. So all sorts of things like onboarding, like dealing with injury and medical issues on tour, mental health issues. I can think of a whole list of things that come up in a performing arts organisation. When you multiply it as much as Cirque du Soleil has, it's quite mind-boggling to think how you keep it going and keep the energy level so high in the creation of new product and reimagining old product successfully. I think those are the lessons we can learn. It's about how you run a company that seems to do the same old, but is actually full of artistic, creative people who need to be encouraged, energized and supported.
So, guys, here we are, our third stop of the day, Moment Factory. Let's go.
So my name is Mary Claire Lynn, and I'm head of communications for all our shows here at Moment Factory. And Moment Factory is a multimedia entertainment studio, and we specialize in creating different either events that we call shows, but also destination that use different types of multimedia, so either light, projection, video, and we have different projects around the world, and we work with different clients around the world as well. Well, today is about, I think, understanding who Moment Factory is and how we work. We have so many different disciplinary I don't want to say jobs, but experiences that work under one roof to create the types of experiences and projects and installations and that we create. And I think so today through the tour, I think it'll give a good understanding of how we all work together to create really unique projects.
Hi, I'm Josee, I'm the Chief Operating Officer of the Orchestre Symphonique de Montréal. Us at the Orchestre Symphonique de Montréal, we have established a partnership with them for a very special moment to celebrate the 375th anniversary of our city. So it's really what we call a co-creation between the famous and young composer Sami Moussa, who is from Montreal, and Moment Factory. And yes, we wanted that piece to be also not accompanied, but also be visual, not in terms of concrete images, but more in to support the Montreal spirit and the piece. So they really talk together, Mr. Nagano, the composers and the composer and the producer, to influence themselves and to make something that makes sense and that is very cohesive together.
guys, this is our final and last stop. We're going to the Societe des Arts Technologiques, so we're gonna go sit on beanbags and watch a movie.
Oh, cool. Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Harmonie l'aérée a été inspiré par un rêve que John Adams a fait, dans lequel il roulait sur le Bay Bridge vers San Francisco, lorsque soudainement, un énorme pétrolier a décollé de la surface de l'eau pour s'envoler vers le ciel. Le rêve fut une révélation, et la composition qui en a découlé mit fin à une longue période de blocage créatif pour Adams. Les 3 mouvements de la pièce évoquent ce voyage intérieur vers l'inspiration.
Marie-Josée Desrochers, and we are now at the SAT, Societe des Arts Technologiques, and we have partnered with them a couple of years ago for a very, very special project. We performed and we recorded Harmonie l'aérée from John Adams, but we filmed the orchestra in a 360 degree. Because the SAT is really like a 360-degree dome, as you can see in some cities around the world. And it was really to have an immersive experience for the public, so to go beyond the music. So we put some images of the orchestra, but some images also that reflect the dramaturgy of the piece.
My name is Monique Savoie. I'm the director and founder of SAT. So we created this our organization 21 years ago. So the SAT is it's an organization, it's an artist-based organization, and we are a non-profit organization. So in this dome we have 157 speakers. We work on the 3D sound. So it's a music instrument too. It's not just screen, but music, and we can play with different tools actually. So it's a playground for the artists. It's an open playground. So we have experience with the symphonique orchestra in Montreal, some with the circus, and we have a school downstairs where the artists can learn how to create in 360.
I hope that you have enjoyed your day, that you have been inspired, that maybe you have learned something on the creative process and everything. But what I will remember is that they all share the same goal as we do: connect people, engage people, live experience. And the second thing, people who works with me or people who collaborate with me or the committee, they all know Camille, and maybe now you know why. So I think that she was a great tour manager today, and she deserves a
Thank you for joining us on our Orchestras Canada Digital Day road trip. The story was produced by Victoria Fenner for Orchestras Canada. Thanks to the 4 host organizations: Pixmob, Cirque Du Soleil, Moment Factory, and SAT, Societe des Arts Technologiques, and to Marie-Josée Desrochers and Camille Lambert of the Orchestre Symphonique de Montreal for coordination.